Jake, on the way here, this is not a joke. Like, this is not like a convenient, like on the way here, this happened. Like, comedians and pastors do. This is like really, really, this happened on the way here. There was a license plate, like border cover thing that said, my other car is a 56 Chevy. And that to me just was funny. Because I'm not a car guy. I mean, I am a car guy to the point of like, I know the difference between like a Celica and a Dodge Neon, but I'm not like a car guy in the sense of like, 56 was a good year for Chevy. Like I'm not a sommelier with wine. I don't know like the right years of wine. Like, is this a whatever Chardonnay? Oh, it's a 2003. That's urine water. I don't know that stuff. I don't know cars. So like, first of all, I thought that was weird. Like 56 Chevy, like even if you're a car guy, do you know what a 56 Chevy is?
Oh, cool.
Like, yeah. Nice. B, I don't know. I just had to believe that guy. Like there's no proof that like I think you could just lie about whatever you want and just put it on your license plate or on your bumper sticker or something.
I think, let me add to it. Three. I think it's funny to just brag. No, 3 and 4.
Okay.
I think it's funny to brag via your license plate about something in your life.
Yes.
And then 4, to brag about a specific like material item you have. Just like, I have a leather couch at home.
Right.
Oh, nice. Like, congrats.
But even like you're bragging about one car on another car. So it's like on your leather couch at home, you have a throw pillow that says, I have a Tuft & Needle bed, and it's king size.
It's like, oh, nice.
Right?
Good job.
It's like on your Starbucks drink. It's like, okay, I have a tall vanilla latte I have a really nice espresso machine at home. I don't need to be here. Like, okay.
I think on Catherine, there's going to be a bumper sticker. This is you think she looks good now.
Yeah.
Should have seen her 5 years ago.
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going with that.
Okay.
I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast. Ghostrunners podcast. Jake, are you a pro level graphic designer?
Had a little trouble getting that out.
I thought it was a fun idea, and then I struggled through it.
Oh, dude, speaking of that, on stage this week, so I haven't had any speech impediments, not since Tremendous Patience.
Oh, yeah.
I had one.
Which was a bad one.
I said diarrhea with a soft R this week. That one was tough.
The word soft with diarrhea just made me lose it. The idea of, oh, yeah, I said diarrhea.
Yeah.
Oh, like just like how a baby would say it.
Mommy,
can you come in here and check me? I think I had some diarrhea.
Yeah, it was Nashville, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no.
I said diarrhea with a soft R on accident.
And did anybody say anything? Like,
I just quickly tried to correct myself, and luckily it was like a punchline, so it was fine, I think. But it was like, that's not ideal.
That's not ideal.
I would prefer to not say it that way.
Dude, speaking of speech, not even impediments, I had a friend come into town this week from Minnesota. Boy, do they speak weird up there.
Freaks.
Just weirdos. Just with me real quick, everyone in the audience and listening at home. The word B-O-T-H, don't say it out loud to yourself right now. B-O-T-H, okay? The word is both. Do you see an L anywhere in there?
No, not on my paper.
They all say both. Both. If you're saying both, quit it. Okay? It's both. Both. Yeah, I had a friend in town. It was awesome. It was really fun. I can tell lots of stories about it, but he was in town. He's Mr. Steez.
Okay, I figured.
So he's the one that, used to call in a lot and do voice memos, and now doesn't really listen to the podcast, I learned. Isn't caught up, at least he said. But yeah, he came into town and I was building him a table and he was taking it back. And so I got lots of stories about that. I don't know. You want me to get into them right now?
Sure. Yeah.
I know Jake's on the mend right now from just having acute bronchitis or something.
I'm a weak little boy.
So I'll just talk a lot this episode. But yeah, so it was Steez and John. I didn't know John beforehand. But
now you know both of them.
Now I'm both good friends. Yeah, but John, I learned near the end of the trip, nicknamed himself Bones. and his last name is O'Lieberson. So specifically, he wants to be called Bones O'Lieberson.
Oh, I feel like Bones should replace his last name.
Johnny Bones.
Johnny Bones.
Johnny Bones is nice too.
J Bones.
J Bones. Yeah, I call him J Bones. So there's like multiple different things we were
He
throwing
wants
out
his
there.
last name to still be. Oh, that's dumb.
No, I like it. Only because O'Lieberson's nice. Like Bones triplet doesn't work. Bones Ellis.
But J Bones.
Bones O'Lieberson. Anyway, yeah, Johnny Bones. So they get there. And they get there like late Friday night. They're leaving early Sunday morning. So like literally we had a day to like build this table. And I had already done a decent amount of the work. It was, Martha Stewart cookbook or cooking show
We already
style.
have one in the oven.
Yeah. We've been doing this for 45 minutes and it's ready. So I had a big chunk of it made already, but Steez, Alex, he wanted a 9.5 foot table, 9 foot table by whatever, 3.5 foot. So like a huge table. And he's also like, he's very similar to Gunner in the fact that he's very, very frugal, borderline cheap. But he bought it Ellis Custom Creations, so I shouldn't say that. But he's like Gunner in the sense that he's very frugal. So he was like trying to figure out the easiest, best, most economical way to get the table back to Minnesota. And so he decided to borrow his his in-laws minivan. Because he's like, yeah, minivans, they have bunch of space in there.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, I think a minivan from what I've heard can hold like an 8 foot by 4 foot piece of plywood. He's like, yeah, but I want my table to be 9 foot. So we'll make it work.
Oh.
Which, okay. Like, yeah, read the room a little bit here. So we get started on Saturday morning. I was like, just before we get started, let's go ahead and measure make sure that this thing's going to fit at 9 feet, in the van. And so we go out to the van. 98 inches is the longest it'll go, which is 8 feet 2 inches.
Okay.
And so it's not like a truck where you can just like lean it out the back. The window doesn't open or anything.
Sure.
But Alex Steez, he's like, it has to be, I really want it to be 9 feet. He's like, maybe even 9.5. And I was like, what? Like we can't. And Bones is like very like, he's much more like a outdoorsy, like type A, like if it either doesn't fit or it does fit, like there's no, whatever. And so he's like, no, it's not going to work. We just got to make it shorter. He's like, no, like I wanted an obnoxiously large table. He's
Okay.
like, I want this thing to be really long. And so I genuinely, like, I think we talked about it for 2 hours. We went back and forth. We went through all these different options, which if you know me, like, I'm a shoot from the hip. Like we can talk it out for a second, but then let's make a decision. Let's go.
Yeah. I was gonna say I would be.
It was kind of
I'm too decisive.
Yeah. Like near the end of the conversation, it got like personal. I was like, listen, like, because it's so like one of the options that they were considering, and that spoiler alert, they eventually went with, was to bungee cord down the trunk. And so it wasn't shut all the way.
Okay. All the way back to Minnesota.
All the way back to 20-degree Minnesota.
Okay.
And so the trunk was open partially, air was going in or whatever. And we test drove that and it was beeping. It beeped every like 2 seconds.
Oh.
Beep. It was like, what it sounds like to go in reverse.
Yeah.
Like it sounded like that the entire time he was driving. Like he like drove away from our house. You could hear him like driving down the street. Beep, beep.
People who live
beep,
frugally,
beep.
is it worth it?
Is it worth it?
Is it worth it?
Like, and so that's what I said. I said, Alex, like you messed up by not measuring this beforehand. And so you have to, I was like, I think as an adult, as a man, you have to either, live with your consequences and make it smaller, or pay the money that if you think it's worth it and rent a U-Haul to get back
and get it shipped or whatever.
Yeah. I was like, you can't, I was like, your friend doesn't want to do this, and then it became like a really like deeper, like personal, like he's like, you know what, but I really want to host as many people as I can around this table, whatever. Like it got way deeper and stuff. Long story short, we made it a 10-foot table.
Oh my.
It hung out the back, like really minimal amount, but literally as they're driving away, beep, 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 like the whole time. And apparently it went off after like 5 minutes, but I think originally it was going to go on. Like they didn't know that. They were like, Alex was fully planning on driving 6 hours back to Minnesota with it beeping the whole time. And he did it. And I think that's just ridiculous. And
I would never.
I know. Oh yeah. Like to me, it was like so obvious, like, cause an 8-foot table can fit 10 people. A 9-foot table can fit, maybe 12 people. Like it's like you squeeze them in there. So it's not that much different. And I even asked him, I was like, do you have 12 friends that you want to hang out with at the same time?
Tell me their names.
Cause I mean, I could think of 12 people, but I could easily take 2 of those people out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They don't have to be there.
Right? It's
Jake's
not, like,
probably out of town.
non-negotiable. Yeah, right. Jake's out of town
I'll
all
just
the time.
choose a weekend when he's out of town,
Right.
and then I don't need the 10-foot table.
Or just squeeze in closer, you know? So anyway, it was hilarious. But yeah, Steez and Bones, man. We had some
Steez
good
and Bones.
times.
On one end, it's like, hey, good for your friend for like having an excuse to come see you.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I mean, maybe just have him. I think I would just been like, Brad, can you ship this to me and let's
Yeah.
find another reason to hang out.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And that, like, I think in hindsight, he might have said that, you know, but at the time, yeah, he was like talking about like, well, hypothetically, if we would have known this beforehand, would we have changed? And I was like, first of all, it doesn't matter. Second of all, of course you would have changed. Like you would have found a truck or something. But anyway, we had fun. I learned some things about Minnesota. Can I tell you those real quick? I learned, so just obviously we think of Minnesota as really cold. I don't think I realized like how cold it is there all the time. Like they were like, once it snows, it just stays, like the snow stays for the whole season. Like, because it never gets warm enough. Like in Kansas, like it'll get up to 40 degrees or something. And most of the snow will like melt and get
You have a sunny day
Yeah.
and it's gone.
right.
I've heard Minneapolis has like underground sidewalks for people to like
No,
walk
that's cool. I
like,
hadn't heard
downtown.
that. Really?
Yeah.
That's really cool. Also sounds scary.
No, Harriet Tubman style.
Yeah, there
fun.
you go. Oh, those are where they're from.
Yeah.
That was in Minnesota, the Underground Railroad. Okay.
North Star.
Yeah, there you go. But no, I learned like, yeah, it snows so much. And obviously, you know, they have to put a lot of it like in the parking lots and stuff, like especially airports, like they just pile it up. Those airport snows, like they said, don't melt completely until like potentially June.
That's too long.
That's crazy.
Airport knows.
But like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the huge mounds of snow. Don't like, can you imagine flying into Minneapolis, you know, to watch a Twins Royals, you know, series and there's snow on the ground?
That would bum me out.
That would be crazy, you know? So these are also all just facts from Bones. So I don't know if they're completely true or not, but
His name is Bones.
they're Bones facts. Yeah. Snow doesn't melt. They do ice fishing. Obviously we've heard that, but it's like 17 inches thick of ice on the lake.
That seems plenty.
That seems plenty. I learned it's even enough to people drive their trucks onto it.
Now that I don't think I would be willing to risk.
Right? He's like, and he like casually was like, and I mean, every year, like, you know, people go in the water, but, and I was like, really?
He's like, it's never been me, but
Right.
you know, it happens.
Yeah. But apparently it's like a huge culture of like going out. It's like more of a social thing where you can just like socially ice fish. And I don't know. I think that sounds kind of interesting. And then lastly, I learned that, last thing was both. I just thought that was hilarious.
Both.
Yeah. They have like, just like this subtle accent. Like, I don't think it's like crazy or anything, but I mean, it's not like oh yeah, don't you know, something like that. But every once in a while he would be like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
like the way he
Okay.
says, oh yeah. Okay.
How are there
You know.
short A sounds? Sometimes people from the north do that, like, oh, afterwards. Yeah, that does sound fun.
Yes, I'm trying to think of specific words, but yeah, they definitely had some stuff like that,
Yeah.
especially Bones, because Alex, Steez, whatever you want to call him, he's not from there originally. He's like Iowa, St. Louis, Michigan, and then went over there lately. But yeah, Bones from Wisconsin.
Oh,
They say Wisconsin differently too. It's like they barely like get out the S before they want to say the C, like Wisconsin. Like,
got it.
one more. No. But anyway, I had a lot of fun with them. We went to LC's that night,
Awesome.
and tell me what you would have done in this situation.
Chicken.
Yes. So we get to LC's. There's probably 10 people in line. LC's is a barbecue place. It's more of a rundown LC's joint, or barbecue joint. It's more of a hole in the wall, but it's super, super good. And so we get there. There's probably 10 people in line, which is fine, but it's going really, really slow. And we got there at 7:45, closing at 9. Okay. And it's really, really slow. We finally get up to the front at like 8:00. And right before we order, the woman goes around to like the dining area and like turns over all the chairs. And the sign, we like look back at the sign on the door. It definitely says 9:00. And we order our food. And I'm telling you, within 1 minute of us ordering our food, it was ready. So like, it was like, it seemed like it was kind of suspect that it took us forever to get through the line because it seemed like they had plenty of food ready and it was ready right when we ordered it. And B, I was like, can we not sit down in the table? And they're like, no, we're closed. We're closing. I was like, and I looked at my watch. It was 8:08 for a 9:00 close. And I was like, well, it's 8:08.
Talk about 808 and heartbreak.
That's exactly right. Exactly. They were very heartless in this situation. But yeah, they literally, like, the lady was like, no, we're closing at 9. So we gotta clean. How can I help you? And like turned around like multiple times. Like, and I didn't know what to do. Cause I was like, I want to be a little bit confrontational right now.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to be a jerk.
I don't want my love locked down.
Well, if it's yeah, a little Kanye auto-tune era. But no, I just didn't know what to do. I didn't want my friends to have like a sour experience.
No.
With are you looking
savory?
Are you looking up more Kanye songs?
No.
But eventually I just gave in and we literally ate in my minivan out in the parking lot. It was fine, but I just did not like it at all. Like if it was like, 8:50 or something, or 8:40, 8:40, 8:35. I don't know. Like anywhere kind of near 9. Sure. 8:08, too early to say you can't eat here anymore. And there was a police officer there because I'm telling you, it's a hole in the wall kind of ghetto place.
Were you paranoid?
I was not. But there was a police officer there in the corner, I think they just hire him to be there because it's kind of a sketchy area.
Was he underneath the streetlights?
He was not. He was in the restaurant.
Okay, so I keep going.
But I was just like, this, like, is this what they always do? He's like, yeah. And LC, the owner, has just recently passed away. He's like, this would never
that's bad news. Keep going.
Now you're just pretending like they're songs. Oh, that's a bummer.
No, look at the track listing.
But he's like, this would never happen if LC were here, So it was a bummer, and I didn't know what to do. What would you have done, Jake?
Well, first, well, hey.
I'm
trying to incorporate more songs out of this.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna close out of this tab. I'm getting distracted.
Hey, say you will.
Say I will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know. I was trying to get that one in there. Let's see you in my
there
nightmare.
was literally a track called RoboCop. I was talking about the police officer.
I was waiting.
Oh, sorry. I was waiting for the perfect time to use that one.
No, that's a bummer. I mean, let's see.
As I was walking out, I said, hey, I'll see you in my nightmares.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Okay.
I think I probably would have eaten in a minivan too.
Yeah.
U-Haul vibe style.
I tried. I mean, I already confronted them. Like I'm not going to be the guy that's going to continue to push, but I wanted to. And there were people there from Texas because the Cowboys were playing the Chiefs the next day.
Yeah.
And they just, Texas people, they just sat down on the chairs. They just turned the chairs over and sat right there.
Good for them.
And I was like, dang it, Texas people. They got more confidence than I do.
Hey, how about those Chiefs though?
How about those Chiefs,
Remember
baby?
when everyone said they were done?
Yeah.
And we were like, nah. And now we've won 4 in a row. Now we're in first place.
Kind of in the driver's seat.
Just, we're the best.
You know what's going to be really fun is February 12th comes around. We have all the ghosties in the world to come to McLean's and Shawnee. And we have an event. And then
Casey Night of Comedy with the Ghostrunners.
And then February 13th happens, and that's the Super Bowl. And all the ghosties are just still in Kansas City because they decided to prolong their stay. And after we win the Super Bowl, we just have a riot for the Ghostrunners.
Oh, yeah. Ghost Riot.
Ghost Riot. Yeah. Hashtag Ghost Riot. So, no, the Chiefs are awesome. And it's a weird season, man. But isn't that kind of exciting, though, in some ways that like we won yesterday without looking that good on offense? Because don't you just think like eventually they're going to figure it out on offense?
Both sides of the ball.
Yeah. Like if the defense can be half as good and the offense can do what they can do, it's over. Who's
so
stopping us? And the NFL is so fun this year in general because it's like anybody's league this year. So you mentioned that the Guillotine League is still going well for you.
Yep. I put up, another record breaking, numbers this week. So yeah, it's going well.
Yeah.
Let's see who got kicked out. A guy, Garrett. Garrett's out this week.
Garrett.
Sorry,
buddy.
Garrett.
It's okay. It happens to most of us. It will happen to all of us except for one by the end of the year.
It was a big week for me meeting members of the Guillotine League.
Really? Tell me about it.
I think 4 nights in a row, I saw someone from the Guillotine League. Pittsburgh was Kristen Olsen, which we're already friends. Like we went to Hawaii together, yada, yada, whatever.
Okay.
But saw her.
Nice.
Next night was Columbus. Saw Matt Dole.
Yes.
Also kicked out, but was at one time in the Guillotine League.
Matt Dole, tall Matt Dole.
Real tall Matt Dole.
My gosh.
Wore a hoodie that
Real
said...
tall Matt Dole.
Oh, Dole.
Yeah. Dolph.
Dolph. wore a hoodie that he made that said "Wish Brad was here."
Yes.
which was awesome.
He had sent that to me earlier, and I was like, I might make that into merch.
I was like, this is incredible.
Yeah.
This is so fun.
Well, he had that hoodie, and then somebody else ordered a cutting board from me and was like, by the way, my wife made this hoodie for the show. I think his wife. So the other guy, Jake, is his name. So it was Jake and Matt and this other girl.
I remember it. Yes.
I think the other girl also, her name's Jameson, I believe.
Okay.
Or Jamie. And yeah, she had made one. And I was like, wait, this is, surely you guys are friends, because yeah, these are the exact same hoodies. But I like the idea of wish Brad was here. I also might change it grammatically to wish Brad were here, but
Okay.
I don't know. But the original quote was wish Brad was here. So I don't know.
All right.
But yeah.
And then I saw Stacy a couple nights ago as
Heck
well,
yeah.
who's
So-
in the Guillotine League. She's still in it.
So it was Pittsburgh, Columbus, Cincinnati.
Nashville and Indianapolis is where we were at
Okay.
this week.
And one of them was like a huge, like one of your biggest shows.
Yeah, Indianapolis, I think it was the biggest venue, and it was the second biggest show. So very random,
Okay.
Indianapolis, but it was a great time in the Middle East. I remember to say the Middle East joke like 3 out of the 5 times, I think. So
yeah.
it was really great every time I said it.
Right.
Usually I would just get so excited about like what else I had to say about the city, and I would forget about the Middle East thing.
Mm.
Because Nashville, which I guess we can talk about that right now, like I don't even know where to start. So much has happened this week. Basically, I've been feeling not well all last week. I mean, you heard on the pod, I was like, my throat is on fire. I got to stop recording. It hurts so bad. Like, even after the podcast Monday, I mean, like my dad had called me. I texted him like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even feel like talking on the phone. Like,
Yes.
I am just
I
going to
hate
rest
that.
it.
Yeah.
I do not want to like talk out loud.
Your instrument. Did you ever refer to it as your instrument? I love it.
Never.
I need to rest my instrument.
Sometimes tour manager Tom, when he hands me my microphone to go on stage, he's like, your weapon, sir. I've like never laughed once, but he says it every
Here's
time.
your sword from my scabbard. Go get them,
Yeah.
Lancelot.
So he likes that, but
I like that. You should start laughing at that. Give him a little grace. He's not a comedian like you. He thinks that's good.
so yeah, Monday was just awful for my voice anyway.
Yeah.
And then I get a call at like 6:30 at night. I don't know why I even answered this. I never answer random
Mhm.
phone calls, but I think in the midst of like, I was closing on the house the next, there's just a bunch of, I
Yeah,
had called
you
so many
never
people
know.
that day, electric, water,
Mhm.
whatever. I answer. And this guy's just like, hey, this is Gary Kentwood. Thought I'd just call you and give you a rundown of the house. I was like, oh, okay.
This
And like
is the
not,
guy you're buying from, I guess.
I didn't, yeah.
But yeah, you had no
At
idea.
first I was just like,
Who-
oh, right on.
Because they don't tell you, I don't think, when you buy it, like who you're buying it from, or
And
information
obviously
like
I
that.
didn't care. Like
Yeah.
I didn't ask. So he's like, all right. So, I mean, it's a good house. You're going to love it. And so I'm like, hold on. Sorry. Are you like the previous owner of the house? He's like, yep. I was like, oh, awesome. Like, thank you
Yeah.
for, calling me. So it started off like very polite. Like, this is so kind of him. Like he went out of his way to like do this.
Started out, like
But not long afterwards, it was like, one, I mean, my throat is on fire. I do not
Okay.
want to be having this conversation. And 2, he walked me through every inch of that house.
oh man,
And, and just,
did he
what-
sound old? That's
No,
that's an old man thing to do.
yeah, it was probably just like our dad's age.
Yeah,
But
getting there.
very
Steve?
much just like, you can imagine what I'm saying on the other end, right? It's a lot of like, oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, wow. No, I wouldn't have known that.
Okay. Yeah.
Huh. Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
3 years? No, that's pretty new.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I would say the whole time.
Yeah. No, seriously. I mean,
Okay.
for 15 minutes, I go, oh, okay. No, good to know.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
No, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've never,
Okay.
I think that'll be sweet.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And that. Okay. Okay.
Oh, both of them. Okay.
Okay.
It's just that over and over.
That
and
is
over.
the classic. Like, it's not the same thing. And I think this guy had great intentions,
Yeah.
but it's the classic. Like, let me give you directions to something. Like, let me give you directions to how to get there. Like, it's like everyone's going to just like, you can tell me everything, but I'm going to figure out how to turn on the shower by myself and figure
Yeah.
out the idiosyncrasies of like, oh, I need to, tap this a little bit to make it warmer, or this one, since like, I don't need to know all that from you.
Yeah.
Like, if it's like, oh, that thing will electrocute you if you turn on the hot water first, please tell me that. But other than that,
That's helpful.
yeah, I don't need to know the garbage disposals, whatever.
It's like, it works great.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I always run water with it. So, oh yeah. Okay.
I was planning
Most
on
people
it.
do. Yeah.
Um,
So this guy just talked to you for a long time.
you know what it's like? It's like when you watch like CSI and you're like, wow, that looks so cool. And then you like meet someone who does that and they're like, it's not like that. This is like being like, Forrest Gump seems like such a cool guy until you're talking to someone in a scenario like that and he won't shut up. You're like, wow, Forrest Gump in real life would have been so annoying. He just wouldn't shut up about these old stories.
And like,
Isaac's here.
hey,
We got butter rolls, boys.
thank you, Isaac.
One for each.
Thank
Got
you.
a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we haven't addressed it, but if you're watching on YouTube, you can see we got a lot of gifts to open up here soon.
Give that one, Jake.
Thank you for the butter roll, dude.
They're warm too.
Oh,
Isaac always
too.
gets
the
them
only way to go.
warmed up. Oh,
Oh, you can
guys
get them
not?
warmed up on like to go. That's nice. Of course you can. But I mean, I just know.
I mean, we're talking about the business where we're going to do a KC night of comedy. So
Yeah.
can you talk more about that, Brad?
Yes. I don't have like firm details yet, but
Thank you, Isaac.
I have. Yeah. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, just a gift for the noise about me.
I do have confirmation enough that February 12th is going to happen at McLean Shawnee. That's all we know so far. Like two specifically. Like I know that there will be food, there will be coffee, drinks, everything like that. Beyond that, we don't know exactly what the night's going to look like, but I can just promise you we're going to have fun. We don't know how like what Jake and I are going to do with it yet, but
So should people book their flights yet?
yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Why
Oh.
not? I don't see why not.
Why not?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
February 12th, be in Kansas City.
There's a slight chance there's going to be like a graduation happening at McLean Shawnee on February 12th, but that's very minimal, I think. Man, that was the worst. That was the worst feeling like I've ever felt in my life. I can't imagine if that's how I felt towards, whatever 100 people coming to a basketball game. How do you think the people felt like that were having to cancel like huge events because of COVID? Whether it's like your tour or a wedding or anything. Like I just like my heart sank when I read that for the first time. Like no games tonight or no games this week or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh. So
I was at Hy-Vee Arena last night for the first time since the game.
really,
Yeah. And it was fine. It made me miss basketball though. I was like, we need to get back.
yeah, we do.
But okay. You heard it from Brad.
But
Go
yeah,
ahead and book your flights.
McLean Shawnee. Let us know if you have questions or we'll continue to have details. We'll continue to bring more and more to
In
it. but
fact, don't ask us questions yet.
that's fair. Yeah.
because we don't have the answers yet. But I feel very confident in Brad and I's ability to like throw something really well done
Mm-hmm.
in the next few months that'll make it like worth your guys' while to come here. And I think this will be separate from like the Ghostrunners Olympiad. This is not that.
Right.
This is like that Saturday night, there will be an event that's like a night of comedy, whether it's like a little bit of stand-up or a little bit of like live podcasting,
Mhm.
or it'll be an event to get all Ghostrunners fans together.
Yep.
To meet us two. We'll see if I want to say, hey, there's going to be some surprises there that I just totally regret by the time everyone gets there. Maybe that'll happen again.
Yeah. Especially because I remember one time afterwards, you're like, I've always been told like under promise, over deliver. And you totally were like, you guys are going to love these surprises. Oh man.
So we'll see. But I think there'll be actual surprises, not for my private life, but like in general, like I'm sure we'll have some surprise things happening that
We'll
night.
try. Yeah. Well, yeah. You guys know us. We're going to have fun. It's going to be really, I promise we've said it a million times, but we're not that much different in real life than we are here. So if you enjoy the podcast, you're going to enjoy it on February 12th. So look into it. We could, I mean, you could make an excuse like, hey, let's do a Valentine's weekend with my hubby, do something.
Come and get some. We have steakhouses.
Yeah.
Nice
we got plenty of
restaurants.
them.
Yeah.
Great restaurants. We can give you some recommendations on the podcast. Don't ask us. Just kidding. I like it. But don't go to LC's too early or too late. I mean, but yeah, February 12th is happening. McLean's. I'm trying to think of any other details. I don't remember too much right now off the top
Just
of my head.
clear your schedule and know that it's going to be fun. And I mean, if 100 people came to watch us play basketball,
Yeah.
I feel good that we can double those numbers
Yeah.
for like an actual night of real entertainment.
Which does make me want to make sure that there's like a good enough, we have enough of a capacity.
That was the first thing I asked. I was
Yeah.
like, does this place have a stage?
Yeah. It doesn't have a stage. We could build one real quick. Isaac could throw one together while we're recording our podcast, but it'll be fun. So come on out to Kansas City in February. So it's the most touristy time of year.
It's so romantic.
That'll
be fun. Anyway, so this past week, for a couple weeks, my voice hasn't been feeling great. And then I think the combination of only being home like 34 hours last week or whatever, and doing 2 podcasts back to back and just the true detriment is not like, oh, I'm on the road and I'm performing, I'm on stage, like very little. It's not that. It's the Enneagram 7 in me is the problem because I can't shut up. I can't stop talking to people. What am I going to not?
It's the pre and post game that you're
Truly.
Yeah.
Am I not going to talk to Kristen and Matt Dole and Joel Trainer and the Swicks? You
Right.
know, like I can't not make these memories with people.
Right.
Like,
this is your one time to see these people.
yeah, it's like temporary throat pain or like make a memory that I'll have for the rest of my life with these people.
Yeah.
Because I already had to cancel. I felt awful. Like Joel and I were going to like hang out during the day and I woke up and I couldn't even speak. And I was like, this is not wise for me to go catch up with Joel for 2 hours. So I had to cancel lunch, but I was like, I'm obviously still going to like hang and see people afterwards. So anyway, story of this week has been, I abuse substances now. It feels weird
Welcome.
because you hear these stories or maybe you see in movies like rock stars and rappers and everything, like they're so reliant on these pills or they go out there and they're just blazed out of their mind or whatever. And it was so interesting getting to this point where like, I think it was before the Cincinnati show. I mean, I'm doing Mucinex every 4 hours. I'm doing this throat coat stuff every 2 hours.
Mhm.
I'm taking ibuprofen, until the pain comes back again.
Right.
I'm doing cough drops as much as I can. I'm drinking water. I peed more than I've ever peed in my entire life this week. I'm trying everything.
You had wet pants again.
Everywhere down my front. I discovered chloroseptic throat spray.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you know about this?
That numbs it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should not be sold over the counter. This is crazy. So what I would do is like literally almost while Alan's announcing me, he's like, welcome to the stage. I would spray my throat and numb it as much as possible. And then I would go out and perform. And it felt wrong. Like it felt like I was like doing drugs. Like I needed these things to perform. It just felt weird. It was like, this is over the counter, but it feels so wrong that I'm like reliant on these things. So
Totally.
it was
That's
just weird being in like pretty decent pain from just like, I'm not even sick. I feel fine. Like
is
no
interesting.
fever, no cold, no congestion. Pretty
'Cause-
congested now.
As the week went on and you still had a sore throat, I was like, he's like, something's messed up. Like he's sick. Like,
Yeah. I just truly thought, I was like, I'll be fine. And honestly, hanging out with the Swicks so much, which was so great to finally meet them after the show. And we went out to dinner. That was the worst my voice has ever felt that night. And,
Really?
but I think it worked to my favor because it got so bad the next day that I was like, I need to go to urgent care because
Right.
this is so bad. And so
and urgent care just historically has great, great service.
Also, the irony is I've been taking cold medicine all week for my sore throat, and I developed a cold. I didn't even have a cold when I started this.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm not
Big
going to
pharma.
speak into, I'm not going to speak into that too much. Just kidding. Well, oh shoot. What was I going to say? Go ahead.
Basically,
Swicks.
it got so bad I went to urgent care. I get tested for all this stuff, and it came back just what I thought. They're just like, your voice is just really tired. You strained your vocal cords. Your throat's sore. I was like, yeah, I figure negative for strep, negative for all this. Which strep test, by the way,
Ugh.
they're like, you go in, you're like, my throat's sore. Like, ooh, you know what'll help?
Let's launch a splintery thing back there.
Let's throw a couple number 2 pencils back there. See if that can't make it feel a little better. And so they literally swab your tonsils. It's
Yeah.
so deep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I hate it.
Oh, it's the worst. I've gotten strep more than I feel like most people.
Per capita.
Like I've probably gotten it twice since we've been married, maybe 3 times.
Huh.
Like,
That's
I
not
get it
good.
a lot. Yeah, around this time. I'm not the healthiest guy in the world, so. But yeah.
And so, but anyway, I'm explaining to them, like, I have a show in like an hour and 15 minutes. Is there anything you can give me to make me feel better right now? And they said, you ever had a steroid shot? And I said, ooh, Barry Bonds style. Let's do it. That didn't really land with her. She was not a big baseball fan.
Well,
but
because it's not proven they did steroids.
right.
Yeah.
He just, his voice got, higher and his arms got bigger. I don't know.
That's just how it happens that's called old age.
And this is my first steroid shot. This is my first shot in the Heine.
Oh, it was a Heine shot.
Heine shot.
Oh, good for
I
you.
was so excited.
Uh-huh.
Here's a little tip, Brad.
Yep.
Tip for everybody
Flex.
out there.
Flex it.
No. Here's the tip. When she says drop your pants, you don't really need to drop your pants that far. Just FYI.
You went all of it?
Not like to the
down to your
not-
ankles.
Not to my ankles. All right.
You're like a little boy at the urinal. Like,
Okay. I want to give you plenty of surface area.
I hope I don't have any diarrhea.
Oh yeah. So let's just say I went a little lower than I needed
They're
to.
like, whoa.
Yeah.
What kind of show do you have in 90 minutes?
Yeah. It was great though. It was a beautiful night in Nashville, and there was a full moon in that urgent
right,
care.
right.
It was gorgeous.
Oh man, it was a full moon this week, so
It was.
yeah,
Yeah.
you performed admirably. I have a theory, and I think you kind of already said it, but I think even beyond just like talking after the show, I think you're probably yelling more after the show, like because
I'm going to like a sports bar or whatever.
you're going to a sports bar, even like out in the lobby when you're talking to people.
It's loud.
It was hard for like I have like a bad hearing, like I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast or
Yes.
not, but like I have like distortion sometimes, and like after that show, I remember trying to talk to people and like hearing that noise in my ears and like the low murmur and everything. So you have to talk louder, and so I bet not only like the talking, like extensive talking, I'm sure like that's fine, but the fact that you're probably like more or less yelling for an hour and a half. Or
Yeah,
2
that's
hours.
what kills it.
Yeah,
And so, yeah, it was honestly a pretty brutal week. Or I mean, the shows were so good. I wish I had been feeling good
right.
because the shows themselves were so fun. They were so good. Just people just seemed like they really had a good time.
Well, that's what I was gonna. Yeah, I was gonna ask. Like, I don't know if you'll ever feel like it's a grind, but maybe you feel like a grind this week. Like you're the most like positive, optimistic. Like this is great. Like this is a great opportunity. Like I can't complain about anything.
Yeah.
But I feel like this week you had some stuff to complain about and probably felt a little more like a grind.
You know,
But even then, I bet-
I still
yeah.
tried. You know, it's like the good so much outweighs the bad here.
Yeah,
You know, it's like, and I think just my personality, I don't even let myself fully like comprehend how like maybe in pain or how like inconvenienced I am. Cause it's like,
Mhm.
there's too much good stuff going on for
Right.
me to do this.
Right.
Cause I didn't fully notice it until, so post steroid shot, like 24 hours later, I was like, oh baby, I'm feeling good.
Really.
Get more steroid. Just a tip for everyone, get a steroid shot. I don't know how much they cost because they say like, we'll bill you later. So maybe it's not worth it, but I couldn't
yeah.
believe how helpful it is.
I mean, yeah, all those baseball players loved it. Like,
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they made millions of dollars based off of them.
So Sunday,
And there's no bad side effects here. That's the great thing. Like, there's no such thing as roid rage.
no, that's the thing.
No, that's just like that's a myth.
But I noticed it Sunday, the day after the steroid shot, I was like, wow, I'm noticing myself like initiating conversation with
Oh.
people or like with Trey or with Alan. Like I wouldn't talk
Right.
to people because it was unpleasant to talk.
Yeah.
And so it's like, this is nice. Like I feel like I'm back a little bit. Like I've had such a good time all week and I've been really not myself.
Yeah.
So it's nice to,
Just kind of like smiling in the corner. Like,
and people notice it too. Tom and people were like, dude, good to have you back today. And I
Really?
was like, you could tell. He's like, yeah, you just look way better today.
wow. Yeah.
Then again, I still not sounding great
Right.
and not feeling great, but
It's gonna take days of rest probably. That's gonna be
But-
nice being home. You're gonna go back to Stratford, right?
yeah,
Get some time. Just
pet the dog.
there's nothing honestly, like I'm not trying to like lean into your bad attitude because I don't think you really had a bad attitude, but like there's nothing worse in my opinion than being sick and away from home.
Mm.
Like I do not like I do not like the idea of like feeling bad and like being on a tour bus. Like if I'm gonna feel bad, I'd rather have my bedroom and my laptop and my Wi-Fi and like, whatever. Like just the comfort.
I guess it could have made it a little more comforting. Yeah, because I mean,
You know.
I DoorDashed cough drops multiple times. Or
That's what
I
I
would
was gonna
DoorDash Mucinex.
right.
You know?
Like it's like, yeah, I would like to go get some medicine. I would like to go get some, something hot to drink. Like, all
or
these
yeah,
different things.
I would like walk a half mile in the cold to get soup. It's
Right.
like, I think this is like two
Right.
steps backwards.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, also it'd be hard being by yourself. You kind of feel, I mean, I know you're not by yourself, but like if Catherine were there with me, it'd be like, okay, Catherine could do all those things for me.
Yeah,
You do not have a wife.
no,
So-
but someday it'd be nice to be recouped by someone.
That's right. Recuperate.
Yeah,
Help you get recuperated. So, yeah,
But
absolutely.
it was such a good week, and let's see, got to meet two of the I'm Down boys last
Yes.
night.
Tell
Was
me
that
about
last night? No, that was not last night.
You were home last night.
2 nights ago.
That's when life is busy. Is when you said, "Was that today? Was that last night?" Like struggling to know what day is what.
I didn't even know you were going to be at the show. And
Oh,
now
yeah,
I think I'm going
messaged us.
skiing with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in December.
Yeah. Tell me about expectations versus reality with I'm Down Boys. Because it was so funny when you posted that on our Instagram. So many people were like, "That's not what I expected him to look like. They're so much more clean cut or whatever. Like
Oh, right.
they're more put together than I thought they would be." Or I don't know. Like it's just so funny when you hear somebody's voice and don't know what they look like, and then you see them. So yeah, tell me about what you thought of them.
It was just awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, it was like, I would say similar to like Isaac vibes, like younger, but it doesn't come across that way.
Right.
So it was Clint and Simeon.
Yeah.
And they were great. They were so fun.
I had like an emotional, like not like I didn't cry or anything, but like
I didn't freaking cry or anything.
I'm not like a girl. No, I got kind of like sad thinking about the I'm Down boys graduating high school and not all going to the same college.
Yeah.
Which sounds ridiculous because A, never met them in my life. B, like don't know like their personalities and like how each of them, I'm sure each of them chose the right school for them financially or academically or whatever. But like, it was just like, it's like, oh man, that's like an end of an era kind of thing. And they seem, in my eyes, they seem like the tightest group of guys.
Yeah.
And it's like, why wouldn't you just keep that forever? And it's like, well, that's life. You can't just hold on to this friend group forever. Like you have to expand. But like, whenever I like heard that they weren't all going to the same school, it like kind of shocked me for a second, even though like I have no connection to them besides the podcast and, you know, trying to be their friend by messaging them every once in a while or whatever. But
I think it's gonna be a magical time over Christmas break because they're all gonna be
Yes.
back at Traverse City,
exactly.
and then we're all gonna be skiing together.
Oh, you're going to be there at Christmas time.
Yeah, I think so. Like,
Wow.
because my last show
uh-huh.
is December 17th in Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, perfect.
It's like a 3-hour drive to
Yeah.
Traverse City.
Okay. That's perfect.
So let's go up there for a few days afterwards. I
Dude,
think it's the plan.
that's fun. That's so fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
You're like, do you think they'll like inaugurate you like a honorary I'm Down boy?
Give me like a T-shirt with a down
Like
arrow on it.
they'll knight your weapon, sir, and they'll knight you.
Yeah.
I think that'd be hey Clint. I'm not saying you have to, but if you do some kind of coronation knighting ceremony, something for Jake for an honorary I'm Down boy, I would like you to record it, please.
Okay. I don't think any of them listen to the podcast anymore because they're on college.
That's fine. They'll get back.
Cam
to it.
might.
They'll get back to it. Cam might be. I was about to say my favorite. I don't know him well
Well,
enough.
he does some woodworking. so.
Cam seems like Brad. Like if there's a Brad in the group, it seems like Cam and I would connect the most. He's the big boy. He's a woodworker. Yeah, he's just a goofy guy. So
And I think Clint might be the Jake. So we hit it off.
yeah, Clint's a good dude. So well, that's fun.
Yeah, it was fun to see them. Maddie Short,
yeah.
Generous Coffee. We all hung out at the same time. So I brought
She's
I'm Down
Columbus?
Boys.
Where's she?
No, Indianapolis is where she
Oh
lives.
yeah, that's right.
Well, we all hung out together. I golfed with Sam Tootin. He came to the show.
Oh,
Tootin Brothers
Tootin'
Band.
Bros.
Yeah.
Listen to them on Spotify
Mhm.
or wherever you listen to music.
Yes.
That's fun. Tootin' Brothers.
Oh, speaking of singing, there was, I wrote it down. What show is this? Not that it matters. It was the second show in Columbus. My voice was at this weird point. So it was kind of fun. There were slight
Ooh.
benefits.
Did you get a little Janis Joplin action? Like
Some Macy Gray.
yeah, some like John Mayer, like a little raspy, and it was like that's kind of hot.
So all week long, I took a couple stuff out of my set, which is also kind of fun too. It's like, you know what? Like instead of having 19 minutes of like, yeah, pretty solid. It's like 15 to 16 minutes of like best
Right.
of the best.
Kill it. Yeah.
And it's better for my voice. And I think it leaves a better taste in people's mouths, which
Yep.
I'm such a big believer in that.
Right.
And I feel like I slow down more. Like Alan made a comment about it. He's like, I like the way you're like kind of talking now. So it's like, maybe this revealed some stuff in me. Like go even slower.
Interesting. Yeah.
And, Kirsty Swickyman said something about that. She was like, I've been listening to 2.5 years of podcasts with you and you talk so fast. It's so off the cuff. She's like, it was really pleasant just watching you be patient
Oh, interesting.
and talk so slow. And I was like, oh, cool.
That's fun to get like that in-depth analysis too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which just it encapsulates the Swicks. Just
Right.
awesome. Just
Yeah.
awesome to talk to.
Yeah. Rub it in.
But the thing, the Columbus' second show, this will probably never happen again. But I hit the sweet spot in hoarseness of losing my voice where I start singing and I'm hitting notes
You're
that
like,
I never hit before.
who am I? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, okay, so this is in me somewhere. Like I am capable of singing.
Yeah.
And so I say a couple like notes that come out. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like how it's supposed to sound. I'm like, well, now it's not funny. I'm like, how do I, I'm like trying to like sound bad again.
Purposely trying to sound
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. I was like, I can't sing like average because then that's awkward.
Right.
But it was awesome. It was truly like euphoric to hear myself in loudspeakers
Like, holy
hitting
cow.
like 4 notes in a row. I've never, ever done that. And Alan noticed it too. He's
What
like,
if-
dude, your voice tonight.
What if by the end you just become a good singer? Like
Well, I'm weirdly confident. I'm like, it's
Yeah.
in me somewhere.
Right.
I can get this out of me.
yeah, it is. No, like whenever I first started singing, because I didn't grow up. I didn't start like publicly like singing in front of people until my freshman year of college. And I remember, so like whenever, at least back in the day when you led worship, there was a monitor, like a speaker that was just shoot at you so you could hear what you sound like.
Wedges.
Right. Is that what you guys have?
Yeah.
I'm sure you don't have in-ears or anything. So,
No.
yeah. So the monitor's shooting back at you and I would sing and I would be like, oh, that's the wrong note. But I was like, I like physically could hear the wrong note, but I couldn't fix it.
Yeah.
Like well enough. Like I'm like, oh, that's a little bit off. Like even when I listen to myself singing jingles and stuff, I'm like, ooh, that's a little pitchy or something, but the more you sing, the more you learn how to get into that stuff and how to to change a little bit. So maybe you're just like right on the cusp.
On the cusp,
On
baby.
the cusp, baby.
I should take some singing lessons. It'd be so fun to be able to sing.
Dude,
I don't think it's
awesome.
actually inside of me though. I don't know if I have it.
But you never know. You never know.
Oh,
But yeah, it's good. I'm glad that things are still so you have a little bit of a break for Thanksgiving. And then you're
Yes.
back at it. What?
West
Monday?
Coast. I think next Wednesday
Wednesday.
or this Wednesday. I guess now you're listening to this. Yeah, West Coast.
Yeah,
Seattle,
happy
Portland.
Thanksgiving if you're listening to this. Hope it was a great one.
Happy late Thanksgiving. I
Chiefs
hope.
are still the best.
Yeah, we did. I guarantee you the Chiefs did not lose this past week.
They have a bye.
Yep.
Okay. Nice. I have some things since it is post Thanksgiving.
Oh,
I'm a firm believer of do not, put up Christmas stuff. Do not celebrate Christmas till after Thanksgiving. So, but since it is past Thanksgiving, we are considering not getting a real tree anymore. We're considering going fake. And
I think that's fine.
you think so?
Yeah.
I've my whole life I have been so pro real tree.
There comes a time where Netflix needs to realize we don't need to send DVDs out to people.
Oh, good analogy.
This is your DVD.
Exactly the same thing. Yeah.
I can't. That's the best thing.
Let me talk to you about it a little more. So the reason that we're thinking about switching is mainly due to cost. It's like there's a Christmas tree down the street from us, Christmas tree farm, and we go there.
And cost of time.
Yes.
Opportunity cost.
But listen, I like the time. The time is like part of the tradition. That's what we grew up like. My family would always go out together, pick out a tree, cut it down, bring it back home. Like it was like a ritual. It's like Christmas season. We do this together. We go to the Christmas tree. They have apple cider and hot chocolate and candy canes, and sometimes Santa's there and you can talk to him.
Sometimes
You never know about Saint Nick. But like recently, the Christmas tree farm by our house, the only ones that they're letting you choose are ones that are already pre-cut. So that's like half the fun was watching my dad like struggle with the handsaw, and like cut that thing down and then like flag down the people to like, put it in their tractor for us. And number two, it's just like wildly expensive. Like, I mean, like $95 for a tree. And that's, you do that every year until Hattie's, or until our youngest one's out of the house. That's another 20 some years. That's $2,000 we're going to spend on trees, or we can just do like a fake one and just forgo Christmas memories forever. So
yeah, I'd say just stream it.
yeah.
Definitely just use the internet.
I don't know, dude. So we're going back and forth on it, but I think maybe next year we're going to still go to Christmas tree farm this year.
Good for you guys.
See how it goes. But,
all right. That's big. A lot of shaking up in the Ellis household.
yeah, literally. So, another thing that Steez told me about, he's got a really fun group of friends in Minnesota, and one night, I think we need to do this. There's like eight of them in his friend group that had this stand-up comedy night, but it was just them at one of their houses. And it was like, everyone has to come with 5 minutes of material. And if you come, you have to perform. Like,
Cool.
There's no
Audience.
But also it's black and white. Like if you're there, you're performing. And if you're like, and so but since they're just such close friends, they said it was like the most fun night. They said it took like 4 hours. Like people
Really?
were up there for like 45 minutes just making jokes. And I just think that'd be so fun. Can you imagine if we got our boys together and just made some great jokes and just laughed hard?
I would laugh so hard the entire time Harrison Pollard is up there.
Right, exactly.
Whatever he does, I would just love it.
And so I was thinking about open mic night. Like everyone thinks it'd be so funny to go watch people bomb at open mic night. It's not funny because those people are just so bad that it's like, this is, and it's like usually really inappropriate. But like, if we did that with our friends, if our friend was not fun, like if Gunnar gets up there and tries to make jokes that completely bomb,
Then that's the funniest
it's
thing you've ever
hilarious.
seen.
Yes, like that's so funny because it's our friends, and we like know them. But like if you just watch a random person up there, you just feel bad for the guy.
Especially when it's like Gunnar.
Right.
Someone like this dude is the man,
Right.
Everything going for him and just watching him just sweat up there.
Just struggle through it. And yeah, I just think I think we need to do it. We need to find a time, maybe February 11th.
Yeah, a little warm up.
Yeah. So
That's going to be so fun. I can't wait for whatever that night's going to be.
yeah, I think it's going to be great. So they said it was pretty fun and yeah, pretty wild. It was only boys, only guys that could come, like
Only boys.
no wives allowed.
For this comedy night, are you thinking you and I each do stand up individually? Or are you thinking we do like a joint show together, like a practice run for like a Ghostrunners show?
Yeah. I have no expectations right now in my head. I think Both sounds fun to me.
Excuse me?
Both.
Thank you.
Both sounds really nice. That was a terrible accent, but yeah, maybe a little bit of both. And
Cool. I was just wondering.
no, I have no. I mean, people. I would love to hear other people's thoughts about what they want to see, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think people do enjoy our like give and take and banter and stuff. But I think it'd also be kind of fun to perform in front of like a warm crowd that like knows who we are and likes our kind of humor already.
I mean, everyone needs to see you do jock jams.
Yes.
Everyone
Yes.
needs to see it.
Well, let's go ahead. This is kind of a spoiler. I was going to do this as a shout out. My shout out was going to be to Grand Rapids, Michigan, because December 15th, Jake will be in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yeah.
And because you're going to be in Grand Rapids, Michigan, I am performing in Stanberry, Missouri, comedy with Alex Dimchek.
Okay.
So I officially am going to be a paid comedian
That's right.
on December 15th
I forgot about this.
in the tiny, tiny town of Stanberry,
You're doing it live?
doing it live.
This
Yeah.
is-
Did you think it was like
I thought it was Zoom.
No, dude. Like, I can't. We'll see how it goes. I am really, really excited. So,
Yeah. Tell me all about this.
yeah. Okay. So,
Because Alex hit me up and I was like, oh, I got a show.
yeah. So, like a couple weeks, maybe a week and a half ago, yeah, Alex Dimchek, one of Jake's good friends. Jake was the best man at his wedding. He texted me and he's like, "Hey, man, Jake seems like he's busy for this. He's not really responding." He said he's not responding to me. I was like, "Yeah, because he's on tour."
I'm in Jacksonville.
But I was like, it's pretty. I just looked at the schedule. I was like, oh, he's not available.
Yeah.
But he's like, I have this. It's like a Christmas party that this company wants to hire me for. But they're also looking potentially for a comedian for it. And so he's like, I figure we could split the money and do it. Are you interested? And
Dude, first of all, Alex is just the man for even like
Right.
texting you
right.
and just
I-
splitting the money 50-50.
I know. I told him, I was like, thank you, dude. Like, thank you for the opportunity. Yeah, I can tell you more about it, but the eventual decision was just like, I'm not going to say no to this. Like,
Yeah.
I need to do this. Like,
Yeah.
the opportunity is just too fun and like, it's going to be a great memory and whatever. But, so yeah, like, but he like quoted them and they said, no, we don't have, the budget for it. And I was like, bummer. But it was also kind of like a relief because I'm so busy with work right now elsewhere. And so I was like, oh, my mind would have wandered to that too much. And then like 3 days later, he texts back and he's like, actually, they just came back and said they want to do it. And so he's like, are you in? If you're in, like, let's do it. And I was like, yeah, I'm in. Let's do it. So you were talking about like, you thought it was going to be on Zoom.
Where is Stanberry, Missouri?
It's like 2 hours from here. I don't know where
Okay,
exactly. It's
okay.
like northern Missouri somewhere, I think.
Okay.
But I'm not sure exactly where.
This is awesome.
But we Zoomed with them yesterday to kind of talk through it. And
No way.
because Dimchek really didn't know what to like. So Dimchek usually does like leadership training and
Because
like,
they specifically asked him, they're like, we want you to talk about whatever you talk about and we want a comedian.
I don't know. I'm not sure if that happened or if Dimchek like
Upsold him.
like pitched it this way of like, you want, because basically it's this agriculture company that's having us for this Christmas party. And it's like the agriculture company's clients. So it's not like Dimchek usually talks to companies about like being a team and like doing things together and like having leadership and stuff. Like, so Dimchek doesn't know what he's going to talk about yet because they're like, we just want these people to feel encouraged as, farmers and like feel important. And like,
He's like, oh, I'll do my encouraging farmer talk.
yeah, exactly. Oh, no problem. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got
He
it,
was
buddy.
just in New York City, like talking to stockbrokers or something. Yeah, let me do this. So we Zoom with them, and that was just a struggle even to like get that set up because the guy that was hosting the Zooms like, yeah, I never actually like host meetings on Zoom. Like,
Cool.
and so I was asking them like logistically before we plan too much about what the programming side is going to look like what is this atmosphere and
Who's
environment
going to be
gonna
there?
like?
What kind of room are we in?
Yeah, like they said, probably about 150 people. It's going to be like mostly like farmers with their kids, like with their families.
Oh, cool.
And in my head, like I'm just thinking like some kind of like presentation or something that Dimchek's going to do. He's going to have like a projector or a screen or something.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, so like audio visual, is there going to be a stage, anything like that? They're like, no. This is just going to be in like the building that we have used to be a cabinet shop. And so we had a showroom. It used to be a showroom. So it's going to be in the old showroom, no stage or anything.
They're like, you're going to be in trough number 4. Oh, okay.
But they go like, do you need a microphone? And I was taken aback by that. They're like, we don't have a microphone. They've never done anything like this before. They're like,
do you need a mic?
We've never done this before. So like, if you need a microphone, like, and I was like, it'd probably be good.
I was thinking one.
But in my head, I was like thinking like, oh, depending on what this place is going to be like, maybe they're going to have enough like PA system where I can plug in my guitar and do some musical comedy and like, you know, whatever, have some audio visual stuff. And now I'm like, nope, like this
Bare
is
minimum.
Yeah. And so it's just going to be, and I'm more excited to perform comedy in front of a bunch of farmers
Families.
than I am. Yeah. Like that's more of a warm crowd to me than anything. Hey, come on in.
Brad wearing a knit sweater.
Peter's here.
Peter asked if I was wearing a knit sweater. It is Ghost Sweaters.
It's Ghost Sweater.
Ghost Sweaters Tuesday.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. How you doing? Come on in.
Good.
I know you don't have makeup on, but
No, Isaac got me. I got my makeup then.
guys, welcome Peter Casey to the podcast.
Peter Casey.
Hi.
Was it just last week you said you wanted to get Peter on the
No,
podcast?
genuinely, Peter.
Look at here. Peter, what do we have?
Closing gift. And
Closing
a
gift.
key. Yeah, I've got your key. So
Wow. Oh, goodbye, Bomb Tech.
yeah, I figured it was time for the bomb tech to take a leave of
Dude,
absence
this is
from the
hot.
bag, so.
This is sweet. Guys, I got a huge putter. Look at this. No, it's not a putter. This looks like a really nice driver. This is awesome.
I
Thank you,
figured
Peter.
Back when Sophie and I bought our house, for the first 5 months, I just spent money on house stuff, and it was kind of the worst. So I figured that was probably gonna be you for the next couple months. So
Thank you.
new driver, something you probably wouldn't have bought.
Thank you, dude. This is awesome.
Yeah.
So if you buy a house from Peter Casey at Platinum Realty, scoutkc.com,
Scout KC.
scoutkc.com,
This is so fun.
you can get personalized
Get
gifts
yourself
like
a
that.
new Driver.
Wow. This is awesome. As much as I fake was in love with the bomb techs, I don't know if that was the club I needed to still be hitting. Peter, this is awesome. Thank you, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad you came by today.
I was thinking about it on my way over. I was like, I'm about to give him a gift that's probably going to lose me so much money over the course of the next 2 or 3 years, just in Chipotle lunches.
Just Panda Express one by one.
Well, just
Yeah.
make sure you play on Jake's team now.
That's right.
Whoa, oh, you're talking
Isaac, I can't do it.
They're teammates.
Like that.
Oh, really? It's like I didn't know it was like
Yeah. It's a thing.
a allegiance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And thanks for the house key.
Yeah, absolutely. Just as important.
This is awesome.
So Peter Casey at scoutkc.com, really good at getting house keys as well.
If you want a house key for your new house, Peter can get you one.
I know.
Hey Peter, what do you
Yeah.
call you and Luke Hoagland are kind of starting a small dynasty of
Yeah, a partnership.
realtor and mortgage lender. What do you guys call yourselves again?
The dream team.
Yeah, the dream team. what
That's what every team calls itself. Right?
what classic athlete duo would you compare you and Luke Hoagland to?
There's a lot of different ways you could take this. I'm gonna say Jose Canseco and Mark McGuire.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking
Steroid
that.
shot. Jose
Yeah.
Canseco and Mark
It's
McGuire.
just they came and completely revolutionized the game.
Yes, they did.
And you've seen a drastic change in the real estate market since Luke and I
That's right, baby.
did Jake's deal together a month ago. It's pretty crazy.
The market's
go.
been crazy ever since.
Yeah.
Dang.
Any other real estate tips that you have for us?
Jose Canseco and Mark McGuire.
Great time to sell. Great time to buy. If you need somebody,
So it's a great time.
I'm your guy.
Oh, yeah,
Jose
yes.
Canseco.
All right.
Drop the mic on that one, Petey.
Dude, thank you so much, Peter. I really appreciate it.
Enjoy it.
I-
We're getting ready to head off for Thanksgiving.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving, brother.
Are
Have
you
fun.
playing with Pops tomorrow?
Yeah. Break this out in front of old Papa Steve tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna miss it.
See what he thinks.
I don't know.
I'm taking the
I love
plastic
all
off
my
now.
friends, but whenever Steve was in town this weekend, I told 5 stories about Peter. I just told so many different Peter stories.
What kind of Peter stories? Let's see if Peter needs to defend himself right now.
No, I can't remember very many of them. I just remember saying my friend Peter over and over and over again. One of them that's very inconsequential was we went to Harrah's, we went to a casino, and I remember whenever we get on the elevator in Harrah's, there was just one big button that says casino, and you click it or you press it, and I just remember one time, Peter, the first time I ever went to Harris, Peter had been there plenty of times before and was just like,
Whoa, hey.
and it was just he's like, yeah, you see this place, it's a little bit crappier. And that's how you know that you can win more money here, is because it's not as nice. They can't afford to make it as nice because they're giving all the money away. So I remember telling that story. But anyway, other things too.
What's that
Peter's
place
been
called?
Harris.
Okay,
Isaac's going to be there Thanksgiving night. You know what I'm thankful for? An ace in the hole.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Doubling on 11. That's what I'm thankful for.
That's right. Oh, dude. So we went to the casino this past Saturday, and There were so
See
many
you guys. Thank you.
so many Cowboys fans there. Which is fine, whatever. They were nice, but there was one woman in particular that actually was from Catherine's hometown of Sherman, Texas.
Wow,
And,
go Bearcats.
She had been sipping on Granddaddy's cough medicine a little bit too much throughout the night.
Mucinex PM.
That's right. PM. Yeah.
No,
so
I
she
didn't
was
do
a little
that.
drowsy.
Yeah.
But she so she came and sat down. And if you know much about blackjack, we were playing blackjack. If you know much about blackjack,
Dude, Casey Comedy Night, should we have a little casino night as well?
no.
Sorry, keep going. Keep going.
Yes, we should. 2 dates.
Michael has 2 dates.
But anyway, like if you know much about blackjack, like sometimes they're like this is gonna sound obvious. Sometimes you want to hit and sometimes you want to stay. And like depending on what the dealer has, you kind of play the dealer. Like if you think the dealer's gonna bust, you don't necessarily hit on the same numbers that you would hit other times. So anyway, there was this one guy or 2 guys in particular that like just did not know how to play. And there were a few times where like obviously if they take cards that you were supposed to get, like it messes up everything. Yeah. And so finally after a while, me and a couple other guys started being kind of annoying of like, don't hit that.
Yeah.
Don't hit that. And finally this girl comes up next to me, Mucinex PM girl, and just like, it's gambling. They can do whatever they want. They can do it. Stop. And like she stared at it was after the LC's confrontation. So I was already kind of like confrontational.
You'd already eaten dinner in a minivan.
It's gambling. Like do whatever they want. And I was like, but they're doing the wrong thing. And then I promise we looked at each other for 6 seconds. Let's do it right now.
A full
And
vine.
It's awkward. Ready? 6 seconds. Just let them do whatever they want. I was like, yeah, but they're doing the wrong thing. And then like this. Deal the cards. You know, whatever.
That's a really long time.
It was too much. It was like, and she was right there next to me and she ended up losing money very quickly and left, but because she doesn't know how to gamble. But anyway, that's gambling.
Is gambling.
It is gambling. What do you want to do? So, yeah, we got anything else to talk about, Jake? We got some.
Yeah, there's a few just like stuff that made each show kind of fun. That's
Okay.
a little noteworthy. Let's see. I remember talking to a guy, Cincinnati show. I asked him, I was like, what do you do for a living if you're sitting in the front row? And it was something like, not like a fancy job. And I was like, oh, good for you. And he's like, no, I got a sugar mama. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
What's your sugar mama do? She said, school bus driver.
Oh, that's, yeah, that'll do it.
Does it?
Cincinnati. It's
Cincinnati school
pretty
system.
easy. Yeah. Procter & Gamble, #1. School bus drivers, #2 in Cincinnati.
That's what they're known for there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Joe Burrow.
Yes. Yeah. I heard that you made a Joe Burrow joke or something like that. Like you,
Did I?
I
How did you
think
hear about
I think I
that?
saw a video of you like being like the Bengals aren't very. Oh no, maybe it was Trey in the song. He said something about the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah. And then I think I may have tagged the joke with like a Joe Burrow thing.
Yeah, maybe so.
Trey and I are starting to really, I mean, we've never had like the only bad duet or improv we've ever had was the second live stream show that you watched. That's the only time we've done 60 of these.
Really?
That's the
I
only
don't
one that was
remember
bad. But we're starting to get better and better. Like our last show in Indianapolis, the woman worked at State Farm.
Okay.
And if like Trey and I looked at each other on stage, we like shared a moment. We didn't say anything, but it was like,
Ooh, I like that.
don't say anything yet. Like we both knew like this is going to come back into play later. Like
right.
I'm looking at him like, don't say Jake from State Farm.
Right.
He's looking at me like, yeah, you got this one.
Yeah, right.
It's like that stuff's starting to happen more. Like as soon as we get answers from the women, it's like we know where we're going with it. We know like whose is whose kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of fun.
Yeah. That's awesome. Like having that connection.
A little bit, yeah. 2 nights ago in Indianapolis, I was like, what's your name? Josh, who are you here with? And he goes, my ex-wife. I go, really? That's your ex-wife right there? And he goes, no. I was like, oh, okay.
That's when like they're trying to be comedians back to you.
He was big time. And
that's always fun.
And that's what I told him. I said, this is hilarious. Everyone thinks you're so funny. And
How'd
then
that
people liked it a lot.
Oh,
Because it was
man.
slowly building. I didn't really give him a hard time until he answered like 3 questions, very difficult for me. And so then I was like,
You hate that.
yeah, I was just like,
You hate that. Yeah.
well, it's just, you know,
Yeah.
you have to be a comedian up
You're
there.
like,
So
you're like, play along. Like, dude, come on. Like, I need your help here. I'm
Uh-huh.
asking for your help. And you're
the Kansas City
purposely-
one was also like top 3 worst of all time.
That's
So it's
so
a bummer
funny.
that you saw that.
Well, I didn't think much of it, to be honest. Like,
Normally they're all pretty pleasant, but it's not fun to just be pleasant up there. You need to like
right.
ask a question and connect it and state an opinion on it, whatever. But
Yeah. So like you would probably like the perfect answer would be something somewhat serious, but not too bland.
I just want them to like legitimately
accurate?
think about the questions and answer it. Like
Okay.
they don't need to think of like, what's like the wildest scenario I can think of right now.
Right.
And then when like pressed on it, they'll be like, I was just making that up.
Yeah.
But no, I've gotten good at it. I think I'm not going to share it on the pod because I still want to keep the magic alive for people who haven't been to a show yet.
Yeah.
But I've got it nailed down now who I pick on. It's kind of fun.
Really?
I started like manipulating the show a little bit.
Oh,
It's kind
interesting.
of fun. I'll tell you about it. But
I like it.
because one night we sang to Allison, who was a radiologist. I kept making jokes that she worked for the radio. That was fun.
AM or FM.
Pittsburgh show. I remember I asked this guy his secret to marriage, and he said like, just always be around her and be supportive. So I kept pretend like he was like, he just described a sports bra, like that's how he handles everything. Also his name was Matt, and he was a carpenter. So I was like, I don't know if these people know baseball, but Matt Carpenter. I didn't say anything about it.
I know that's a little deep track.
Yeah, but
I like that though.
just every night, little fun stuff, nothing too crazy. Let's see. 2 nights ago after Indianapolis show, these 2 women, I had noticed they'd been waiting around to be last in line, which is always a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
They want time to themselves to talk to me.
Yep.
These women were actually pretty pleasant though. And one of the women asked me, she just goes, I don't know if she was trying to like catch me or maybe she just genuinely wanted to know. She's like, hey, good job night, yada, yada, whatever. Are you happy though? And I was like, yeah, for sure. She's like, no, like,
what a question.
like, are you happy in life? And I was like, no, like for real. Like I'm extremely like content and happy and joy, all this stuff. And so I don't know if, she expected me to give her like, be really serious. Like, you know what? I'm actually not, the stage, it looks good up there. But anyway, but then she was just like, what she asked me, she's like, where does your happiness come from in life right now?
Mm.
And then it was another good question. And then I was like, no one's really ever asked me this question before, but I was just like, the first thing that came to mind was like, I have so many things to look forward to in life right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's so just happy. It's always a joyful time when you have things to look forward to.
Mm.
It's like, I have things to look forward to tomorrow.
Right.
I have things to look forward to like a week from now. Things to look
Short
forward
term,
to.
long term.
Yeah. Just like 3 months from now.
Yeah.
February 12th.
Sure.
I have things to look forward to.
Sure.
Like how like blessed am I to be able to have all these things to like look forward to in life.
Yeah.
So like this interaction started off weird, and by the end of it, I felt more encouraged by myself. I was like, truly, wow, who cares about my throat?
Yeah, right.
It matters even less now.
That is interesting though. Just, are you happy? Like,
just out of nowhere, just in a meet and greet line.
Like, but what if you said no? What would happen? You know?
I think she was fully ready to like be my counselor.
Okay.
Oh, one other thing I got to mention, also in line at Indianapolis, a girl was like, hey, good job night. This is my boyfriend, Adam. And even though we're dating, he said I could date you too. And so I was like, I got the hall pass from you, appreciate it. And then, kid you not, this is the transcript. He goes, nah, for real. And I was like, oh. And then the girl, this all happens very quickly. The girl goes, yes, my name's Carly. I'm 25. Like I said, we've been dating, but not for super long. I'm an actress. Really liked your stuff tonight. I'm interested in this and this. I do theater stuff.
What?
Out loud, I go, oh, this is happening. Because, there's people around. Like, it's so crowded. Everyone can hear this. It's so awkward.
Yeah.
And they were just legitimately offering up, like, an open relationship with me in a meet and greet line.
What'd you say? Did you?
I said, if my throat, I don't want to get you sick.
Yes. Good.
I've had so many cough drops that, and then the drainage, like, I don't know if it would even be that fun for you guys.
Yeah.
But she followed up on Instagram later. She DM'd me like the picture that we took together. And she's like, seriously, consider it. I know it could be awkward at first, but we can make it work. And we travel all the time and we're both in show business. So I get it. So that was kind of crazy. There was like no like joke to it. It was just like legitimately, do you want to be in a relationship?
That makes me so sad. I mean, like, yeah, what the heck? Like, yeah. What kind of relationship are they in if they are not content with each other?
And I just want to know that I hope I'm the only one they asked.
Yeah.
It's going to make me sad if I hear that they asked other comedians to be in their throuple.
Yeah. Trey all of a sudden was like, dude, weirdest thing happened.
I'm like, no.
You ever heard of something called the quadruple?
It's 2 comedians, 1 actress, and 1 cuckold.
Yeah. Wow, dude. I guess I just assume like there's just like this brand of people that watch Trey, and go to his shows that are just Christian. So I'm like, why would this person be there? But I guess he just has the stragglers, or maybe it's not even stragglers. Maybe it's like
I think he just has millions of followers.
50%. Yeah, who knows? But that's crazy. Okay, but you're hard no on that.
Soft R on the diarrhea, but hard no on the throuple.
Okay, good for you.
Thank you.
Me too. Just FYI.
Just for future reference for the comedy night. One last thing that I wrote down that I wanted to bring up. Probably should have said this earlier because I think this would be pretty funny. Yesterday, I'm boarding. We have a Delta flight. We don't fly Delta very often.
Mm-hmm.
I look at my boarding pass, and it says main cabin 1. And I was like, ooh, baby, that is like, I feel like I'm always like zone 6 or whatever, you know.
Okay.
I was like, this is going to be awesome. I might be on there before the pilots. Main cabin 1. I mean, that seems like pretty
Main
nice.
cabin 1 does sound nice.
I was excited. I was like, shout out Maggie for booking this, like
Uh-huh.
Trey's manager or whatever.
Yeah.
But then they start making announcements like, of course, Delta people, you know, thank you for socially distancing, wearing your mask. Now remember, and she starts spouting off the order that we're going to board in. Now I went and looked this up afterwards so I could remember everything. Here is everyone who gets to board before main cabin 1. Okay. We're going to start with pre-boarding. Okay.
Okay.
Customers needing assistance or additional time to board.
Sure. Family boarding.
Next. No, not family yet.
Sorry.
Next, we have active duty U.S. military with ID.
Okay. Good for them.
Next, we have Delta One members. Next, we have Diamond Medallion members. Then we have Delta Premium Select. Okay. Then we have just normal first class customers. Then we have early access for customers traveling with car seats or strollers.
Yep. Family boarding.
There it is.
Yep.
Then we have Delta Comfort Plus. They get to go on.
That's ridiculous how many tiers they have. Go ahead.
Then we have Sky Priority. All right.
Okay.
These are Platinum Medallion members. These are Gold Medallion members.
Oh, these is like a different tier.
Yeah, yeah.
Like all of these
Subcategory.
together. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Blue, Platinum, and Gold members.
What?
If you happen to be a Club Gold member with Virgin Atlantic,
Oh yeah.
you go in there.
That's where you go.
If you're a Gold member with Virgin Australia,
Uh-huh.
you go in here.
Left-handed people.
Yeah. 1/16 or more Native American.
Right? Yeah, if you're from Cherokee specifically.
The Inuit
Yeah.
tribe from Alaska, actually. Sky Team Elite Plus members. Latam Pass Black Signature, Black and Platinum Elite members.
Okay.
WestJet Rewards.
They didn't call all these out, did they?
No, this is, they
This
call
is-
the
this-
bodies out, but
okay.
this is from their website.
Okay. I was like, that's ridiculous.
And then, of course, after that, we have Main Cabin 1.
Hey. So how many, like, so what is that actually, like, where were you in the plane?
I mean, there was probably like 80 people on the plane before I got on there.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like, oh, that was so exciting so briefly. And they just let everybody on there. It just got humorous. I mean, she just keeps reading off this list.
Right.
And you're just like,
Right.
now, of course, Diamond Medallion, Gold Medallion, Virgin Atlantic Platinum member,
Right.
Virgin Australia Gold member, Sky Priority, you know, just like, my goodness, Delta.
That's a pretty funny, like SNL skit, I think.
I know. Yeah. It felt like one of those things that's like, could be kind of funny or
Yeah.
whatever.
Kind of like urgent A, urgent B. I mark it urgent A, urgent B, urgent C, urgent D. Urgent A, you know, like whatever. Urgent D, you don't even have to
You
worry
don't even
about.
have to look at it.
It's like Main Cabin 1, like, just sounds so great.
Main cabin 1's like standby. Like we
Yeah.
didn't even have a seat for you.
Yeah.
All right. If you're left-handed,
Right.
If you've ever worked at a pizza shop,
Yeah. If you, for some reason,
still have your wisdom
are
teeth.
losing, have one of your toes amputated. Come on down. Yeah. Still have your wisdom teeth.
If you still rent,
Yeah.
come on, go ahead. Board.
Right. Anything. Yeah. If you're Mormon, where are my Mormons at today? Okay. It's
Temple of
Sunday.
the
It's
Sky.
Sunday. So you tell me what you're doing here. Yeah. What else we got? If you bite your fingernails, fingernail
Yes.
biters, we need you on there first.
If you prefer nasal mist,
Mhm.
go ahead.
Yeah, where are my Flonase at? Flonase? Flonasers.
Lasers, get in there. If
Wow.
you thought Captain Sully was innocent and you support pilots, get on in there.
Oh man, that's good.
Anyway,
Okay, well, good to know that Delta. I just fly Southwest so much that I'm so like
Yeah, you get
ignorant
used
the
to
rest
it.
of them. Yeah, but the guy that came and I think I talked about on the podcast that came and like looked at those coffee tables
yeah.
from Texas. He flies all the time, like flies to London and Paris and stuff for business. So he's got like he's like, yeah, I'm technically this. It was basically like the same thing. He's like, I think he's American Airlines though. He's like, I'm technically this, you know, and it's like the highest one. Technically, there's one higher, but they don't even talk about that one, you know, whatever. But it's like crazy that there's so many. Because he's like, yeah, I'm like, you know, whatever black, but there's also premium, and there's also
It's also matte black.
yeah, all these different things that like, who knows what, yeah, it's just like all these different things to like make you sound good. Like actually, I thought about this as a stand-up bit at one point, kind of not really about the same idea, but the idea of like, just like prestigious sounding things that aren't really that nice or like tough. Like, so I was at Lowe's yesterday, picking up some drill bits and there was a brand there called Spider, but it was spelled with a Y. And for whatever reason, that Y gets me. It's like, I bet that's a good brand
That's nice.
because it's not spelled right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's something there, like it just sounds tougher. It's like just take a normal word and just misspell it barely. And then you got something nice.
Or if you like take out the vowels and you're like a tech company all of a sudden.
Yes.
Or
something like
BRGR.
that. Right. It's like, that's probably a nice burger
That's cool.
because they don't spell it all out. So anyway.
I have several other stuff written down, but we got to go soon. I got to go to Trey soon. We got gifts to open up.
Oh yeah. Let's do it. I think
Let's do
also
that.
like, yeah, we always save more, guys. So don't feel like we're shortchanging you, but we can give you more next week.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into these gifts. So I legitimately, I think I said this last week. I packed a bigger suitcase so I could bring all this home. Let me
Okay.
get my driver out of the way. Ooh, my throat.
It's just so big.
Throat dog is barking again, which is too bad. All right. First of all, I remember this guy. I forget his name. Maybe Caleb though. But
Maybe.
I remember he smelled really good.
Ooh, good smelling Caleb.
You know who you are because I commented. I was like, dude, you smell great tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he go to Perfume City?
Perfume Galaxy.
Perfume Galaxy? Get
Perfume
that
City
Nautica
was
blue?
the first one, and then they
Yeah.
got way bigger. He used to work at Chick-fil-A, so he got us each Chick-fil-A hats.
No, those are dope.
They say Jacksonville, Florida on them.
Cool. Which one? Do you have a preference?
No, up to
Okay,
you.
I'll think about it. Thank you, Caleb, or whatever you smell.
And then I think in Indianapolis, just 2 nights ago, we got T-shirts. I have not even looked at any of these yet, so we're gonna look at them for the first time.
That'd be so hard. It would be so hard for me not to like
Oh, really?
peek. Yeah.
They say Neely Home Cleaning.
Mine says Neely Upholstery.
Oh, how about that?
Ooh, I like
Well,
that.
you want upholstery or up cleaning
Let's see. This
or
one's
home cleaning,
too small for me, so maybe that one, or maybe neither.
or maybe they're
Or
both
maybe
for me.
we just frame them.
We frame them
This one's a medium, so I think that's a little too small.
both for me.
I might try it on later though. Let me
Speaking
know.
of that, Brad and I both have our sweaters on. We're recording on a Tuesday.
Hello,
Are you guys go sweatering with
Go
us?
Sweater. It's so cozy, dude. It's so
Oh.
funny. I went from like my my overalls earlier today, and then I'm in this, and I'm gonna go back to my overalls. I'm gonna go trade, so like change again. So
Next, we have
Okay.
gifts from a really sweet woman. Like that morning, I'd put on my Instagram story in Orlando, like, well, there's a DVD player in my bunk. And so she went and got me a DVD just to
which
play
one?
it.
What is it?
It's Wings Seasons 1 and 2.
Great show, dude. Great show. Paul McCartney started a whole band based off that show.
There's a Rice Krispie treat in here.
Whoa, big old crispy.
Yeah. That's a gift for Hattie in there, Brad.
Oh man, she's gonna love this. Little fuzzy friend.
Little fuzzy friend. I got socks.
Ooh, some chocolate, white chocolate bar. Is this fun to listen to?
Brownie brittle. I mean, there's all sorts of
Ooh,
stuff.
Little gingerbread man. Oh, I bet this is for Bo, probably. Just kidding. These are like little necklace for Hattie. Awesome.
And then the crown jewel is this big old box.
Ooh, a little dab. Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to just look at this. Like the Just Drinks logo drawn out.
Hattie loves these. If you're watching and you gave it to us,
Our logo drawn out.
dude.
A
That's
heart around
nuts.
Catherine.
First, like, let's go back to how I look in this logo, dude. What's going on with me here?
Just a little tumor on the side of your neck.
Poof. That is very
Um,
nice, though.
And then look at all this.
Blank
Like
of the
famous
week.
quotes from us.
Oh
on
my
the side.
gosh.
Here, my throat hurts. Can you read some
Okay,
of
yeah,
these?
yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's like a lot of the ones from our Instagram. So, let's see. But do you think you could wipe But you think you could wipe in a female way?
Feminine way?
Female is what it says on here. Okay.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Shout out to cheerleaders for teaching me how to spell aggressive. It's hard to be rude in a pair of shorts. Oh, I wish I could, but my sister's dog, or my sister's in town and she has a dog.
Oh, that was kind of funny.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. What's in the box?
What's in the
It was very
box?
fully. Oh, and show them the lid too.
Oh yeah.
Look at that, guys.
Honestly, this is better than any gift, I think.
Yeah, just the box.
Just the box. Yeah, we're gonna be very careful with that. Oh, sweet. Some hats. Tallulah Brewing Company.
Okay.
I feel like I've heard of that.
Okay.
Do you know where that is? This is from Katie Stimple. And she wrote us, okay, wow. Oh, cool. Love the pod. Thanks for all the weekly laughs. The fidget toys are for Brad's kids. I love these things, so they might be for me too. Congrats on the new edition, Brad. The hats are from a friend's brewery here locally. Shop local. That's right. I hope you both enjoy them. Keep making all the ghosties laugh. Thanks, Katie Stimple. Oh, and then now we got some Alabama trivia.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Question number 1. In Alabama, it is a Class B felony to either A, eat ice cream on the street, B, wrestle a bear, or C, cut grass after dark.
I actually just saw the answers on the back of this piece of paper, so you get to guess.
C, cut grass in the dark.
Incorrect. It was B.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wrestle a bear.
Alabama was the first to A, design the rocket that sent a man to the moon, B, have 10 state songs, C, patented mini golf. You know all these already?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. My guess is that they patented mini golf.
Incorrect. Send the rocket ship one.
Really?
Allegedly, if that's even real.
Yeah.
Moon landing.
True. Number 3, I am doing great. Alabama was in the United States to do what?
What?
That's what it says, Katie. It looks good. You have good handwriting, but that's what it says. Alabama was in the United States to do what? A, the first federal territory to apply to statehood to Congress. B, the first 911 call was made, or C, to produce diamonds. First 911 call.
B.
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
1 for 3.
Number 4, going for 50%, going for an F. Alabama is known for what sign? A, caution, falling cows. B, after whiskey, driving risky. C, go to church or the devil will get you.
Or D, Scorpio. What sign?
D, brushing his teeth. After whiskey, driving risky. B.
No, it's a church one.
Go to church or the devil will get you.
Pretty sure it was BABC, what I saw on the back.
Very good. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Do you know about these? Your dad would like these.
Yes, I know someone who likes those.
Yeah, your dad. I think probably. These are awesome. Thank you. Wow. And I have one more gift for you, Jakey.
Okay.
It's like becoming. Oh, there's that. First of all, that's Sebast. That's Sebast. That's his artwork for
Duct
us.
tape.
He wants you to autograph it, and then we're supposed to send him a picture of it.
Okay.
So do
Cool.
that sometime. And then also from Nikita.
Oh, Nikita.
Let's see.
Nikita sounds like a word when we were doing that Spanish song and I was making up Spanish.
Nikita.
Yeah, I think I said Nikita out loud.
I will find
How many things do you have in that backpack, Brent?
Enough to have some trouble knowing where it is. Maybe put it in this pocket. Nope. Just a second.
My goodness.
I'm getting nervous. I found it.
Okay.
This is for you from Nikita in Oregon. It is.
Thank you, Nikita. What is this?
I think it's called Write in the Rain, but it's basically.
Oh, it's like a shower journal?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. So you can take notes in the shower.
How does that work? There's a ruler on here. What am I going to be measuring?
Hello. I don't think it's specifically supposed to be used in the shower.
Nikita, you dog.
You dog. Anyway, thank you. This is so fun to get all these gifts.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't the most fun to listen to necessarily, but I want to honor the people who went out of their way to like.
So does Hattie.
gifts.
Hattie's pumped about this stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's really cool. We don't have time for voice memos this week. I'm sorry,
Don't be.
but we just got a lot of stuff going on right now. Let's do our review. Reviews of the week. Let's do it. I'll start.
Dude, whatever. Poultry is that I used to be able to go to the website on Google Chrome, and now it has to pull up iTunes every time.
I'm sorry, man.
And then you have to scroll down, and sometimes it doesn't. Whatever, it's fine.
Hey, the good outweighs the bad.
Am I happy?
Jake and
Yes.
Brad are legitimately the kind of funny I aspire to. Period.
Katie, did you write this one?
It's super nostalgic for me because they remind me of my fun uncles. It tracks to because my uncle was a camp counselor. Spelled with a K, so Kanakuk. Sweet. So recently I somehow got to speak with Jake over DMs in which he kindly encouraged me to pursue Kanakuk myself. So I'm enthralled to report that I accepted a King Country position last week for 2022.
Yo! That's where I worked. That's where Catherine and I became lovers.
All thanks to Brad and Jake for helping me to realize a wonderful ministry opportunity. Love y'all.
That's really cool.
Real quick, speaking of Kanakuk, I was talking to Simeon. I'm Down Boy Simeon.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, dude, I think I might have met your friend Grant Huderberg. like last weekend. I was like, really? He's like,
Might
I met a guy named Grant who worked at Kanakuk, and I think it was K Country. And so I texted Grant. I was like, where were you at last weekend? And he said, Edmond. And I was like, oh, okay. I just met a guy who met a Grant at a conference in Indiana yesterday, and that Grant worked at K Country. And Grant said, if I'm ever at a stage in life where I'm going to conferences in Indiana, please put me 6 feet deep.
That's pretty funny.
So good to talk to Grant.
All right, I'm going to actually give my review of the week to a YouTube comment of the week.
Okay, there have been some great ones.
There have been some great ones. This one's coming from Jonathan Ways.
Oh yeah,
W-A-I-S.
he got after it today.
Yeah, so luckily, like, people are really informing me about Taylor Swift. But this one, like, just takes the cake. So the T-Swizzle album Red actually stands for Retired, Extremely Dangerous. And it looks ahead to what Taylor's singer status needs to be and what she will be like someday as a cougar. Each song conceals a code that leads to unlocking secret international government secrets. This is amazing. I can't believe that Taylor Swift is so smart about this. So fast forward to Red 2. Taylor is being hunted by treacherous federal agents from 22 countries, and she knows it all too well. All too well capitalized. She's the lucky one, but knows everything has changed. She's on the run under the starlight, and this is her message in a bottle. After the third Red album drops in 10 years, her safety status will be updated to a code Red 3, and then she'll be in real trouble, and her and us will get back together. It's sad, beautiful, tragic.
Jonathan.
So I really appreciate that, because that's really interesting. I didn't know that about
That's
Taylor.
helpful.
So,
and also sounds like she had her love lockdown.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I thought you were looking at something. You
No,
shocked me.
just like whoa. No, just excited about your joke.
Would you like to end this episode with a jingle bread?
Yeah, and guess what, Jake?
What?
She's back. And by she, I mean the legend.
Heatherly?
Heatherly's back.
It's because I met her in the alleyway in Orlando.
It's because you met her, Lee.
Met her, Lee.
Yeah. She's back. We're back. Monday morning, post Thanksgiving, Christmas time. This isn't a Christmas song, but just Merry Christmas to you guys.
Merry Christmas, you guys.
Jesus is coming. Or he's born.
He's been around.
Coming. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Ghostrunners.
Heather Lee is back. That was awesome.
She's back, baby.
That was awesome. Good job, Brad.
Thanks,
That was really
man.
well done.
Thank you. We love you guys. We got to run because Jake's got to go to Trey's, and I got to go to Trey's, and then we got to do things, and Jake's got to rest his voice. But we love you guys. Have a great week.
Very excited to
If
rest
you
my
don't
voice.
remember, we are on YouTube.com. We are on Patreon. We are on
The
we
World
have
Wide Web.
merch. Yeah, we have merch called www.ghostrunners.life is our website if you want to buy some merch. Just overall, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. This has been episode 130 something. Right?
Episode 134.
Episode 134.
It truly is. It's so great how many of you guys listen and how many are coming to the shows and just the genuine support that Brad and I feel from you guys. It's pretty crazy.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to meet more of you on the road or more of you on February 12th weekend.
Let's go.
When the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
I hope you guys have something to look forward to in your life.
Yes. Amen.
Amen. And in Jesus' name I
Love
pray.
you guys. Love you, Catherine. Ghostrunners Podcast. Every